Hello, welcome to Veritas. I'm your host, Adam Colazetti, and I'm here to guide you on a meditative adventure like no other. Join me and lose yourself in your imagination as we travel the outer reaches of the cosmos, quest for powerful talismans, and explore the inner realm of your subconscious. What might you find along the way? But be warned, fair traveler, this path is not for the faint of heart. On this path, of one thing I am certain, dragons be here. Are you ready? So how we're going to begin is you're going to sit comfortably, however that means to you. Could be legs crossed, could be sitting in a chair, whatever it is, sit somewhere comfortably that you feel relaxed and comfortable. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in, count to 4. Deep breath out, count to 4. And each time you exhale, you're going to try and relax your body a little bit further. So you're going to inhale, pause, exhale. Pause. So as you're doing this and you're relaxing, it's in those pauses between breaths where we're going to go. That is where your creativity meets your imagination, meets your subconscious. So let's see what awaits you in the spaces between breaths. Your choice is made as your eyes contemplate the door leading down into the mountain. One by one, you descend the cold, hard steps into the dark. The door itself is old and made of wood. You could smell dampness, and you make out moss growing over part of the door, giving it an earthy sense of aliveness. Between the wooden planks, yellow light spills forth. There is no latch or knob, simply a handle. With one last breath in, you grasp the handle and enter. Above you in the dark, there is a flash of yellow light and then silence. The waiting begins. Within the light, there is a sense of warmth that brings with it a sense of hope and peace. It's like a warm blanket that settles over you. For the first time in a long time, you feel safe. Gradually, your eyes begin to adjust to the light. You find yourself standing in a great forest with trees far grander than you've ever seen. The trunk of the nearest tree is so large that if you spread your hands out and stretched as far as you couldn't even embrace half of it. In turn, the trunk extends far into the sky and the canopy is thick with leaves. It is hard to get a sense of perspective, leaving you with a sense that it is higher than it looks. But the way the light trickles through the tiny spaces between leaves is truly breathtaking. Thin beams of sunlight bathe the meadow you are standing in with tiny streams of brilliance. And for a moment, strange journeys and strange doors are forgotten. It is time to explore. Your feet bounce ever so slightly on the mossy floor, and the tiny snapping of twigs and leaves are the only sounds that pierce the silence. There are no sounds of birds chirping nor the buzzing of insects. And yet you can't help but feel that you are not alone. Briefly, it occurs to you to try to climb a tree to get a better viewpoint, but the lower branches are far beyond your reach. Whatever you are here to find, it is near the ground. Endless trees in all directions make it impossible to tell which way you are going. Without the sun in sight, you can't judge time of day nor direction, yet forward you must go. Yet you can't help but feel disconnected from all this beauty. You feel the sunlight and you smell the rich dampness of the forest, but you feel blocked in some way. Then it hits you, and you smile as you look down at your feet. Your shoes. You are not truly grounded. One at a time, you remove your shoes and socks and let your bare feet sink into the mossy ground. You take a moment to truly revel in the feeling of the dirt between your toes. Truthfully, it is a bit strange standing barefoot, but somehow it feels right. So you begin to walk, hesitantly at first, but then with more confidence as you learn to trust your feet and the ground beneath them. You are amazed at how much quieter your footfalls are now and how much more nimble you feel. Eventually you come to a tree that is large even by the standards of this place. Its trunk is gnarled and thick, and it has the look and feel of something that is old and maybe even wise. It calls to you and you find yourself stepping forward and placing your hands on the trunk, which gives you an instant sense of peace. Without even realizing it, you close your eyes, and only then do you truly begin to see. With each breath, your awareness of yourself and the world around you becomes more aligned. You can feel the tree bark beneath your hands, but then your awareness extends onto the tree itself. You can feel the branches extending above you and even a sense of the true height of its magnificence. At the same time, down into the ground, you sense the roots spreading like a spiderweb into the forest floor. The feel of the ground beneath your feet now calls to you, and you feel as though your own feet cast their own roots deep into the earth. You aren't just feeling the tree, you are the tree. Down, down, your senses take you as you follow the complex patterns of roots beneath the forest floor. This place, this world hums with a rich vitality. There is so much life here. Your mind splits between the world below and the world above. Mirroring the roots below, above you the highway of branches stretch out in all directions, reaching for sunlight. From here you can gain a new perspective for this world as you witness the beauty from above. A small part of you recognizes that you are being shown something important, although you can't tell if this thought came from you or from this place as your thoughts begin to intermingle. Your mind suddenly recognizes strange memories of this place. You see an explosion of light and energy in the dark of space, and then the creation of worlds formed from cosmic dust. You see this world, newly formed and then bombarded with meteor rock that delivers water and organic material. You see an atmosphere forming as the first green signs of life emerges from the cracks of a barren world. From here, an explosion of life as the forest is born, and there in the center of it all, a tiny tree begins to grow. Its roots reach down into the ground and are soon joined by others until the system of roots stretches down so deep into the heart of this world itself. But not the heart of a strange world. You realize that you're looking at the veins and arteries of your own body stretching into your own heart. You are this place, and this place is you. Your breath is the breath of millions of leaves, all humming with the vitality of life itself. Millennia have come and go, as this place has waited for the singular moment in time when a door to nothing opened out of the air, and out stepped you. Now, finally, the message has been delivered. You and the life of an entire world are one and the same, which means that the power of creation hums through your veins as surely as the roots in the forest floor. All this from the nothingness of cold, barren rock. A series of images flash in your mind, of stars exploding, of other worlds, and finally of 13 pillars arranged in a circle. It is difficult to make sense of, but as you come back to yourself, and the trunk of the tree opens, and you fall forward inside of it, you realize a single truth. This truth stays with you as you reopen your eyes and find yourself back inside the mountain, staring at 4 doors once again. Your hands glow with a faint golden light for a moment, and you understand that the power of creation resides within you. A time will come when you will need it, and it will be there when you need it most. You choose your next door. Hello and welcome to Veritas. We are filming episode 3 of the Elemental series. If you haven't gone and checked out the prelude and the intro, we talked about the water, kind of the last one, and then we chose earth. And if you are watching and you choose a different pattern, watch them in different orders. It'll be cool, trust me. But Kelly Thompson is here with me, and we're having lots of fun. We just listened to the earth piece, and this time let's start with drawing a card here and see what comes up.
I get really good at this. Oh, okay, we're just going to take this card.
All right, that's the one.
Hawk.
The hawk. Okay. Cool. I feel like they're leading you to your
Guess where we're going next.
Yeah.
There are some little bonfires in here, though.
Oh, there you go. Nobility, recollection, and cleansing. There you go. See your life in perspective to free you of unnecessary baggage and to connect you to your ancestral roots. There it is. Ooh. There you go. Right?
Beautiful. These are great cards.
Kind of deep, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So how'd you feel about the earth? Kind of like the mossy door and going to the light and all that.
It was great. I think the same feeling with the jellyfish and water happened when I took my shoes off in the earth. Yeah. I was like, oh, here we are. This is great.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool walking through, because like, when do you take your shoes off?
Not very often.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. So you feel like grounded, and you can kind of like feel the ground squishing beneath your toes and all that. And then, what do you think of the tree?
Really cool. Like, massive, also. However, I was imagining it was just like this massive, massive thing. And then in the moment where you talked about the branches and the roots, I was reminded of the in-between connection again. It's like, oh yeah, okay, like, it seems like 2 different worlds, but it's always connected by something. So then I'm there holding the tree, and then become the tree, and then you are just all the things. But it's just this really beautiful reminder too of even being focused on one thing, you're still like grounded in the earth. Or even if you're really focused on being really grounded and where your ancestral roots and things are, there's still a part of you that is exploring the sky or seeing from a higher vantage point or doing something different.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a very like, I don't know. I just feel like warm when I think of that, and like the sunlight coming down, and like I could stay here a while.
It was lovely. I could have been there for a while for
Right?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. And then of course you come back to the mountain, the dark mountain, and you get more choices. But this idea that your hands still kind of glow a little bit, right? This reminder that this idea of energy of creation is kind of inside you, like, right?
And I love the contrast of like the shards of the mirror that are penetrating us at the beginning with like all this self-doubt and all of this danger essentially, and not being able to escape our thoughts, and then coming back into our center and then kind of glowing from the inside again, the same way that we shattered the mirrors, but it's like this reinforcement of these things that exist within us.
Oh, deep. I love it. Because if you remember in the first episode, the question was like, why are you here?
Right.
That was I don't know why I'm here, but hopefully feels like we're learning something or gaining something or something along those lines.
It's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, moment of truth. Where are we going next?
Well, let's go to air.
Right? It's the hawk. We got to go to air.
Yeah.
Okay. Arden, you picked air first and then fire. Where do you go?
I guess, can I choose what we already did? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, Earth seems a nice place.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there.
Okay, Earth's going to Earth. Okay, cool. All right. That's the beauty of this. If you're listening to it, choose your own path. You don't have to pick the order that Kelly did or Arden did or I did. So
And where would you go now?
let's see. I would have picked air to start, and then fire, and then probably water. I'd save Earth for
nice.
last. I think that's what I would do.
Cool, nice.
Well, all right, let's go check out air. Join me each week as a new chapter unfolds. What worlds will we explore next? What gods and monsters will we find? What part of yourself will awaken? Only one way to find out.